home of Super Bowl 54.
Good morning and welcome to the only local newscast on right now in the Arklatex. It's 8:31. I'm Jeanne Francine here in the Weather Center with meteorologist Jesse Kelly. Jesse, slick conditions this morning.
That's right. You can see behind you, Janae, still looking at some low visibility right now. Still looking at lots of rain over Shreveport-Bossier right now. Temperatures are slowly beginning to decrease some. Temperatures right now are into the upper 50s. Winds are still very breezy out of the east-northeast at 13 miles an hour. And we will continue to see rain off and on for the next couple of hours. So, as I've been saying all morning, if you encounter some roads that may have some water over it, always remember, turn around, don't drown. Again, we will see some rain. Could be heavy at times in different parts of the Arctic as we go throughout the rest of your morning into the early parts of the afternoon. Radar is showing lots of rain, primarily from Clarksville and Texarkana and areas down towards the south, although the rain is beginning to dissipate some down towards Center and down towards Carthage. So the heavy rain is pretty much falling over northeast Texas from Mount Pleasant up towards Clarksville towards the west of Texarkana, although still seeing some light to moderate rain here across Shreveport-Bossier. This will all continue for the next couple of hours as we have a cold front down towards the south of us. There's also an upper level disturbance that's also working its way through here, which is also providing lift to generate more showers and thunderstorms. So again, this will continue for the next couple of hours. We still have a dense fog advisory for the southern edge of the region for another 30 minutes, which includes Shelby County in Texas, Sabine, and also Natchez parishes into northwest Louisiana. Day planner shows temperatures continuing to fall very slowly throughout the day. We'll see temperatures by noon around 53 degrees. By 9 o'clock, we'll see temperatures around 48 degrees, cloudy and cool, but we'll see another opportunity for more showers and a few thunderstorms as we get into Friday night into Saturday. Give you all the details about that later in the show. Janae?
All right, Jesse, thank you. In our top story, the investigation continues this morning after a house fire claims the life of a man in West Cedar Grove. The fire broke out around 6:30 last night along David Drive. Firefighters say once they arrived, they were told by neighbors someone was still inside the home. They tried to save the man, but getting in wasn't easy or safe. In an update now, a fourth person has died as a result of severe storms Friday night. Our Fox 33's Jenna Jordan spoke with family members who say the man, Ira Jefferson, was a school bus driver for 20 years and loved being involved in the community.
He was a man of God. He loved people. He a comedian.
This is what's left of the home Tracy Jefferson Jr. shared with his great-grandfather, Ira Jefferson. The building destroyed by the EF2 tornado that touched down in Houghton early Saturday morning.
We didn't know about the weather, but we already had a schedule. But I guess he got carried away about the Western.
Both men had plans to be away from home the evening of the storms. The younger Jefferson left and says the 87-year-old told him he was distracted by a favorite film on TV and didn't leave on time. He was home when the storm struck.
All last year he talked to me about him passing, and I told him stop talking about it. But we didn't know it was going to happen like this.
Tracy says his great-grandfather was discovered by a neighbor with extensive injuries. The Army veteran who fought for his country, having to fight for his life.
He had bleeding on the brain. He had a cut on his bottom leg. The glass went in there, and his finger, like half of it, got cut off.
But Tuesday night, Ira Jefferson passed away from those injuries. His 26-year-old great-grandson now planning to rebuild on the property, carrying on his great-grandfather's legacy.
He wanted me to be on this land with or without him.
That was Jenna Jordan reporting there. Now, as of this morning, funeral arrangements for Jefferson haven't been made. Heading now to DeSoto Parish, where a man pleads guilty to kidnapping and other crimes. The Caddo Parish DA's office says Thomas Ray Beard of Stonewall admitted he attacked and kidnapped his estranged wife in June of 2018. Now, Beard admitted that he tried to tie her up with rope and zip ties, then threatened to kill her. He'll spend more than 14 years in prison. And police in Houghton need your help this morning to find who's responsible for stealing an ATM. The smash and grab took place around 5 a.m. Tuesday at the Pilot Travel Center on North Elm Street. Police say 3 men used a stolen truck to drive through the front doors and steal the machine. If you recognize any of the people in this video, call Houghton Police. In Fox Safety now, the Bossier Parish Sheriff's Office now has $14,000 more to help stop drunk driving. The funds come from a Louisiana Highway Commission grant. Money will be used to put more deputies on the streets looking for impaired drivers and not people using seatbelts.
Folks out here driving, whether it's driving under the influence of alcohol or maybe some type of legal or illegal drugs, we don't want them on the roadways, and this will enhance our efforts so deputies can go out and do some additional patrols to get those impaired drivers off the roadway.
Money will also go towards setting up more DUI checkpoints throughout Bossier Parish. Well, yesterday was Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. He would have been 91 years old. As Fox 33's Jay Jackson reports, many spent the day remembering his legacy right here in Shreveport.
The cornerstone of the civil rights movement.
He opened so many doors for the blacks.
Just being able to, do simple things, own a business.
The impact that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. has decades later.
I have a dream.
From people right here in Shreveport. It was back in 1958 when Dr. King spoke in the city.
I have long wanted to come to Shreveport.
And on his birthday, the McLean brothers take a step back into the past.
And my dad said, I don't march. If someone puts their hands on me, Martin, there'll be at least 6 funerals. So King said, well, Mac, you stay here and pray for us.
C.E. and Azriel McLean were just children when their father met Dr. King, oblivious to the racism existing around them.
I remember going to a office building, and it was so hot, and we asked just for a glass and a swallow of water. Man ran us Hollywood dogs.
King made his appearance at Old Galilee Missionary Baptist Church after being rejected by other churches. Rejected due to fear of white retaliation.
You had to have backbone, spine, courage, because those were dangerous times.
Even the deacons of the church advised the McLean's fathers from hosting Dr. King. But their father never faltered.
They burned our church down. He said, well, we'll just build another one.
Proud of that fearless legacy, especially as people remember Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Revolutions are not brought forth by the masses, just a handful of people.
That was Jay Jackson reporting there. In Fox Community, plans are coming together for a championship celebration for the LSU football team on LSU's campus in Baton Rouge. It'll take place Saturday, and it's free and open to the public. Things get underway at 11 a.m. outside LSU School of Music. Now, after the parade ends at the west side of Tiger Stadium, more celebrations begin.
It's pretty exciting. A lot of people have been talking about it, but the parade, I think it'll be pretty cool to cap it off.
Oh, incredible. I'm very excited to participate in it. Hope everybody shows up. It's going to be a lot of fun.
If the parade gets rained out, the championship celebration will get moved inside the Pete Maravich Assembly Center. And because of that national championship win, today all of the 65 Raising Cane's restaurants in Louisiana will give vouchers for a free box combo. Now, to find out more about this free promotion, just head to our website, arclatexhomepage.com. Coming up, meteorologist Jesse Kelly has a full check of your forecast. And we take a look at the latest as the Senate is expected to formally accept the articles of impeachment against President Donald Trump today. Stay tuned.